interest for us to live, together. This is what he's saying. And of course, at his own experience and age, we would not expect him to say anything to the contrary. Just like in Igbo society today, you would not expect Ohaneze to come and support any crisis. That is true. The youth might think differently. Thank you very much for your words. Next caller, please.
Oh, okay.
Hello, next caller online. I don't know if Valentine Ume, you are there online with us. Uche Digi is there or Ume Masleno?
Yes.
Yes, take up the question. If you hear, get to the question immediately, please. We don't have much time.
Yeah, thank you, my able moderator. I welcome you once again. Dear brother and our elderly man, Allah Musa, we honor you today because we know that you have something for us and you have educated us in many ways. And as an elderly man and well-educated man in the country, in the society, I want to ask you, sir, you must believe with me that the Nigerian come to an existence by through the help of Fred Lugard and Flora Shaw, who written the amalgamation of Nigeria. And in this Western world today,
Please, Uche, hold on, please. Uche, hold on. No matter the degree of our certainty, we don't say you must. We say you may agree with me.
okay, thank you.
It sounds polite.
You may agree with me, sir, that these people, Fred Lugard and Flora Shaw, who made it possible for we to live together to this extent as one country, are from this Western world who understand the meaning of democracy. Therefore, these people are today being very, very open to their people, that any person can come out and act and express his feelings and will not be called a suicide. If the majority of the people decide that yes, that they want to be part of Scotland today, or Catalonia want to be part of Spain country today, I think that the government have no option than to honor them as they practice democracy and not autocracy. Did you still see it as a crime for people to express their feelings, or not a crime, sir?
Well, you have given an example of what happened in overseas countries, including the most recent one in Spain. But you see, those agitators in these countries are behaving with maturity, which is not the same with Nigeria. Now, take the case of Spain. The region that has opted to leave Spain has now come out to say that they will continue their agitation for a separate country in a democratic and peaceful. This is what they said. Those who are claiming, fighting for such a peaceful democracy, they are doing it in a democratic and peaceful way. Do you know what is happening with the secessionists in Nigeria, whether from the north, southwest, south, or southeast? They are not being democratic. They are using force and threat. Now, because they said they will continue their agitation democratically and peacefully, the government also is responding in the same way, because the government of Spain is saying that the leader of the secessionists, who was the Prime Minister can contest for the December election. Now, this is a mature approach to national problems from the government and the opposition. This is not what is happening in Nigeria. For us to agitate under the provision of the Constitution, we have to be peacefully without threatening the peace of the country.
Thank you very much, sir. Uche, you got the answer?
Hello?
Yes, we heard you, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
We got the yes.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, sir, for giving us this enlightenment. But if I may remind you, sir, Biafran independent movement or Mazov, the movement for the actualization of sovereign state of Biafra, have existed for 18 years, and now we are not talking of violence. We are trying to make sure that we use the United Nations Charter, which give us the rights of indigenous people. So we are not in support of anybody that is making a threat to any life. We are not in support of that, sir. So that
We understand that. We understand that. Yes.
Okay, please let us take a caller online. There is a caller on telephone line. Let us indulge the person. Uche, please a second. Hello, caller online. Your name and where you are calling from. Yeah, please. Our guest speaker does not understand Igbo. We have our guest speaker Alhaji Barebe Musa, former governor of Kaduna State. We would rather you speak in English language for him to understand.
Okay. I don't know that. I don't know that's not the reason why I.
Okay, maybe you have to call in the next 40 minutes, but then we'll have concluded and we'll take your question in Igbo language. But right now, we are taking questions in English for our guest speaker to understand. He is here addressing us on current national issues as they affect our Biafra agitation. Thank you very much. Yeah, Uche, please make your own brief for another person to take over.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I must surely say thank you to our guest speaker, Alhaji
Barebe Musa. Yes.
Yes, thank you, sir, for answering the question correctly that it is not a crime for we to ask for independence through non-violence. Let our listener take notes. Thank you very much.
Exactly. That has been the principle or the philosophy of the Being Mazur family under Owazirike. We have the right, fundamental right to agitate, but never through violence. We say no to any form of violence. Any Biafran, any Nigerian, anywhere in the world, any part of Nigeria is free to live there peacefully, do your business, but no threat to anybody's existence or life. No, we vehemently say no to that. And this is the message we are giving our honorable speaker today, Alhaji Barebe Musa, that we are not violent and we say no to violence. We don't advocate that. We want a peaceful environment. Next caller, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our moderator, I greet you. My name is Comrade Valentine Ugoji from Port Harcourt. And our guest speaker, Your Excellency, former Governor of Kaduna State, Alhaji Barebe Musa, you are welcome. I've been listening to the answers you've been giving to the questions thrown by the moderator, and I am happy to the answers you gave, the enlightenment and the rest of it. Now, I want to say this. If there was an amalgamation of 1914, I believe that a secession is or will not be inevitable if the center cannot hold. Like we are talking about those at the center, the powers that be. Some call them the cabals and what have you. Now, when looking at the Nigeria, like when we have Major Hamza and Mustafa the previous week, he told us that our former president, Sani Abacha, has a constitution that he wanted to introduce, but the cabals, because of their interest, did not allow it to be introduced because that constitution would favor the masses. Now, going by the Nigerian setting, we find out that the constitution now favors those at the center and little to the masses. And if you look at Nigeria, you see that since Nigeria started, since we got our independence till date, or let me say from the amalgamation till date, the elites have been there. And they have been holding this country to ransom, if I may say. Now, I want to ask, if looking, going by what is happening, like our moderator said, that the agitation is in two ways. If what we are agitating, if maybe each sector can get what they want, maybe it might that the issue of agitation might be secondary. But if we didn't get it, now Biafra is inevitable. And from what I have been seeing, I find out that it is not possible. So, sir, I don't know how you look at it, because those at the center, I believe, they stand on what they stood for, because they are there for their own interest, if I may say. So, sir, what I want to ask, if what we are talking about maybe as in self-determination and the rest of it, do you support it if those at the center refuses to allow the other sectors to get what they want?
I'm not being able to follow the question.
Yes, you got it, sir. Yes, sir. He is saying now, if people at the center, government at the center, that is the legislators, what have you, the cabal, he used the word, if they fail to make changes possible, don't you think that other things might follow?
Yes, of course, of course, of course, of course, it's possible, but we have to prevent it.
Exactly. Exactly.
We have to prevent it. Yes.
Yeah, thank you for your honesty, sir. The caller Obama Phillips from Port Harcourt, our guest speaker is saying, no doubt, if the center fails to effect changes, other feelings might succeed. He is very much blunt, and that is why I have always told you he is a man of integrity. He calls a spade, no matter whose ox is God. That's what we want. Now, next caller, please. I don't know which. Remember, please, are you online? Yeah, okay, Jude Chijo, okay, your question. Yeah, hello, Jude.
Yeah. This is Jude Chijoke. I'm calling from Lagos, Nigeria. I would like to first of all say a very big thank you to our guest speaker, Alhaji Baribe Musa, former governor of Kaduna State. You know, we have been following you, or rather, I have been following you on the politics of Nigeria, and he has always been, he stands by the truth. He always speaks the truth, and I know him as a very strong opposition, even when people are, dangling, playing politics with things that happen in various places. He always speaks for the voiceless, and I really thank you for that, Elijah. Thank you for that. Now, on the issue of our agitation, I'm talking of the Biafran agitation. I believe that when you were talking, you touched various parts. But my question goes in a very simple way. The people of Biafra, our people in Nigeria, is not getting what we deserve. We are being shortchanged. In fact, our people we are totally rejected, even in this present government. And I believe that the same Alhaji knows this quite well. And that is enough, for an agitation to come up, and which we have been doing for the past how many years without violence, despite any other obstacle. But we have been non-violence. So, sir, we, presently speaking to you, we are servants of Biafrans, and it is what the people want, and it's what we are going to present. and we will be bold enough to tell it to, whoever that is our guest, that our people felt cheated, our people felt that we are no longer part or treated fairly in the country of Nigeria. And that is the reason why we want our nation called Biafra. So, sir, my question is, instead of saying that we should, embrace the one Nigeria and forget anything concerning Biafra, why the problem are still there? Sir, what are you doing to ensure that our message is passed to the people that matter, not just in government, but most especially in the northern part, because we have sent our message very clear that this is what we want. So my question is, what are you and your other of your colleagues, as in coming together, doing concerning our agitation? This is what we want to go our own way, in a peaceful way.
Okay.
Non-violence.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
very
Okay.
Thank you.
And that is how you got the questions from him.
Yeah. No, I haven't got.
Okay. Let me make
Can
it
you
brief.
repeat it for me?
What he said now is this: if it's just like the question you took, the answer you took before, or you that you gave us before, if the center refuses to hold us together, the possibility of scattering cannot be ruled out. And he is asking,
Yes.
as a personality we know, as a patriot, what guarantee do you give to our people that your people in your own group will reach out to other segments of the northern society, even in government, for them to understand that these people are part and parcel of the Nigerian Federation and not as slaves?
Mm. Well, first of all, we should be talking about Nigerians, not in the north.
Okay.
Because when you talk about the north in this case, I can't understand you, because the north is not the obstacle to your ambition. However justified it is. It is the whole Nigeria.
Thank you for that correction, sir.
Yeah, first. Yeah. Now, secondly, I will repeat my solution. I said the system in Nigeria, the system ruling in Nigeria, however unfair it is, it provides a solution for your grievances. As I said, there will be presidential election in 2019. And this presidential election is executive presidential election. It's not ceremonial presidency. It's executive presidential election 2019. And these, the Biafrans and the Southeasterners as Nigerians have every right to contest in the election. Why not produce, as I said, the equivalent of Pick of Africa to be the next president of Nigeria?
Yes, sir.
To wipe out all your marginalization and grievances and unite Nigeria. You can do that. In Nigeria, there are those who will support the Igbos and the Biafrans, just as they would support others, irrespective of ethnicity and so on. And they will support you. And if you get that, what problem will you have then with the executive president from the east? What problem of marginalization you will have? All the problems would have been worked out at once.
Yes, exactly. And I have to remind our questioners or listeners that there was a statement which our guest speaker, said some minutes ago, and he made it clear that the center has to listen to the component units for there to be peace. But where the center refuses to make amends, any other feeling could succeed. He was quite emphatic on that. And we have to inform that if the question you want to ask has been asked and answered before, there is no need to repeat that. This is what we're saying. And right now, we are heading towards 2019 presidential election. Like the B Mazov family under Chief Wazirike is emphasizing that our agitation has to go through the political process. We have to get involved in elections and not to boycott elections as some people are advocating. This indeed is what our guest speaker is saying. We have to put our acts together to make sure we present a strong front to make and present our case. This is what he's saying. As we move on, we still, of course, reiterate some of the things he has said if your question relates to that. Thank you very much, sir, for your answers. Now, let's call it online. Remember, Maslenus, are you there? Or Sonny Bobo? Hello, remember, Maslenus. I don't know if I've lost contact with him. Or Sonny, Emmanuel YBC, are you there? I know you have been online since. Okay, since I've lost contact with them. Now, sir, you see, all along we have been speaking, many we are calling, and people are writing in, commending the answers you have been giving us. Our people indeed are very, okay, let me start. I think there's a problem somewhere. Hello, who is online? Is that Sonny or Ume Maslenus?
Ume Maslenus is online.
Okay, now take over, please.
Okay. Alaji, sir. I'll come up this way. The problem we discovered with Nigeria, just like Hamza Mustafa said when he was our guest, is elite conspiracy, political elite conspiracy, which I believe you were once a victim of such conspiracy. And even the Zik of Africa you have been mentioning was once a victim of such conspiracy. And this elite political conspiracy has been the problem this country, Nigeria, has been having that hindered it from moving forward the way it has supposed to. And that is the reason why the agitators on our own part, the Bimasov family, after discovering all this and discovered that there's no way we can continue to accommodate such elite conspiracy and expect forward movement in the Nigerian project, we decided to say, okay, let those elites be on their own side while we decide to find a way to save our people from these conspirators in order to move forward, because we cannot continue to be stagnant and claiming that we are moving forward. So if not by way of secession, what other means do you suggest that we can go about in order to dislodge this elite? Because there's no way, if you say through election, there's no way we can get them to get rid of them through election, because they are so powerful that if you are not in their book, you can never get it right with them anyway. So what other way do you suggest we can go about it, if not the way of secession? Thank you, sir.
Well, first of all, deal with the elite in Poland and in the southeast, who are together with the elites in the north, southwest, south, who bring about the situation that the Biafrans and the southeast and people are complaining against. Because even among the Biafrans, there are those who are conspiring with others against the interests of the Biafra. Deal with them.
That is absolute, sir. Sir, I must commend you for this statement. You are 100% correct. That I think very time you got in that even in our Biafra agitation, there are other people who are conspiring against Biafra emergence. That is absolute. Yeah. That is absolute. It is the same thing. That we have to go back to the basics. Now, let me make this a historical reference. Everybody is aware of the French Revolution of 1789. The system in the French society was very, very stratified. Conditions of things became very, very deplorable. Life became very, very brutish. Human beings lived like animals, and there was no future. Series of complaints made could not reach the ears of the monarchy. People one day took a decision. They gathered at the what they call one tennis court, and took an oath that they must never disperse until they had achieved their purpose. What next? They stormed the Bastille, dragged out Louis XIV out, and had him guillotined. Today, France is a better society. I am not advocating the same thing, but if the elites will drag us to that point where the poor will decide to eat the rich to survive, I will be in the front line. Just like you, sir. Yeah, if the elites continue to constitute obstacle to the welfare of the common man, when the common man would rise to eat the elite as dinner, I will cry for them. Because we cannot continue to live like this forever. Our people want to live together, but the elites are hindering this. This is a problem. They are very, very powerful. They are very, very powerful. So the question is, what steps outside electoral process can we use to dislodge them? Because they're too powerful. What other measures?
The electoral,
yes.
Remember, you are talking about elite.
Yes.
Which exists everywhere in Nigeria, including in Biafra.
Exactly.
So, you see, the get the example of the French Revolution.
Yes.
The French Revolution succeeded at that time because it was national, not sectional.
Yes.
So the grievances of the Biafrans cannot be wiped out if the Biafrans adopt a sectional attitude.
That is true.
But they will succeed if they adopt a national attitude to the matter.
Yes, that's very true. Okay, now before I take the next caller, there's something I will ask you, sir. Over the weeks, there is a problem agitating the minds of the people of Imo State, where where Rochas Okrocha is the governor. I don't know, sir, if you are aware that Rochas Okrocha spent 500 million naira to erect ordinary statue of South African President at Owerri. I don't know, sir. Are you aware of that?
No, no, but you see, this is the challenge of the Biafra.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm coming, sir. First of all, you were a governor.
You have problem of marginalization throughout Nigeria to fight.
Sir,
and you have also internal problems of wastage.
That's exactly what brought me to this, because when you said that even in Biafra, we have people who are against us, Biafrans who are against Biafra emergence. That is what reminded me of this. Now, you were a governor some time ago, sir. As of that time, if a president of another country who has not impacted anything in your own state, would you ever erect his statue spending such amount of money when the civil servants, public servants and teachers have not been paid for several months? Would you do that, sir?
But I'm Balari Musa and he is Okorocha. So they are two different.
Yes. But what about advice?
I will do.
Okay.
If for instance, we share common philosophy, then you can ask me that question. For instance, if you are a socialist like me, then I will be able to answer that question.
Okay, indeed, we know you're a socialist and you believe in the welfare of the people around you. And that is why God has kept you so long. And their voice sounds like somebody within the age bracket of 35 to 38. You see, that is God's gift, sir. So, next caller, please. Next caller. I don't know if Sonny is there.
Yeah.
Okay, your question, please. Because Alhaji has really given us enough time. We have to leave him to have some rest. Please, take your question, and that could be our last question.
Yeah, this is Sonny Baba Emmanuel from Biafra Land Body. See, our special guest today in the person of Brother Musa, I thank you very much for observing our call to come and speak to us on our radio. Since I don't have much question, but what I want to say is this. As a socialist, and I observe you as a socialist because I was present when you visited the market on nature during the time you were contesting for the president of this nation. I saw you live everything and I saw everything in my market on nature. And I appreciate your concern for other ethnics. But the issue is this now. My question goes this way. Since the emergence of Nigeria, we have been losing a lot of souls. Yearly, time and out, we count the numbers of youths being killed. Is either by Boko Haram or one religious crisis or one thing or the other. And not less than 5,000 souls will be lost yearly on a particular basic ethnic or religious problem in a nation. Don't you think that for us to separate from each other, in ethnic ways and maintain the relationship as neighbors or as friends will be better in order to save life? Because if you look at the situation of Nigeria, we count losses of souls being lost. Let me take for instance, during the case of Sharia, we know how many people that have been lost in the Sharia issue. In the case of Boko Haram, we know how many people. In this case of, just take for instance of this type of issue. Now, when the Kano started, right from 2015 till date, we have lost not less than 5,000 Igbo youths in the name of ignorance or whatever in this so-called Nigeria. Don't you think that separation or division and maintain the relationship and neighborship will help in order to groom work for the future of our generation? That is my question, sir.
Now, can you repeat the...
Okay, sir. He is saying that since the history of Nigeria, it has been a farm of bloodshed. Boko Haram is there stampeding, killing with impunity, both Christians and Muslims. In our own side of the Biafra divide, since the IPOB under Kano started its own, many souls have been lost. In between, here and there, religious crisis consuming the lives of our people. And upon all these things, the elites, the government of the day do not want to know no permanent solution. Now he asks, if these problems have defied solutions, is it not possible that we go our separate ways while maintaining cordial relationship under the international, arrangement?
No, the problem of the grievances does not define solution because the problem is being solved. For instance, one of the problems is marginalization. Obviously, there have been evidences of that. But for instance, take the present Federal Executive Council. The Federal Executive Council now in Nigeria. Take the case of the government parasector. Take the case of the banking system. The Igbos and the Biafrans still being marginalized in spite of the composition of the Federal Executive Council, in spite of the leadership of the bank, in spite of the, the leadership of the president. Are there not proportionate Igbo leaders in these three sectors? So what I'm saying is that the problem is being solved, but let it be solved permanently. And the way it can be solved permanently is by the Biafrans, since they have accepted the unity of Nigeria, is by them coming out participating in elections as equals and changing the situation. And there is an opportunity, as I said, with the presidential election 2019. Once you have a president from the Southeast, will you be complaining of marginalization?
Actually, sir, you had a very wonderful answer to this, let me say, some 40 minutes ago, when you said that when it was time to take a decision, Obasanjo, who was rejected by his own people, emerged as Nigeria's president. This is the message you are passing across to any other side of the divide. That if you come out to think of the unity of the country, provided every segment shall benefit, the rest of the country will give support. This is what you are saying. This is the message you are giving to us. Thank you very much, sir. It has been a 2-hour-long discussion. You have indeed proved a method that you remain relevant, you remain up to date. Despite being at the age of 81, you are still very, very articulate. We are asking the power that be, the cabal, the National Assembly, the legislators. They need.
In which you are represented.
Pardon, sir?
In which you are proportionately represented.
Yes, exactly, sir. We are here in the media asking them that if they could come to you and seek advice, or even listen to your words of wisdom and put all these things into practice. I bet you, at times when people talk of agitation, people will say, go and sit down. Because wherever you are and you are happy, why then would you complain? Take, for example, the country called Germany. They practice true federalism. Each side do things at their own pace while contributing some percentage to the national cover. And upon this, anybody could come from any part of Germany to be their chancellor. And things move on. Here is a kind of welfare society. Government is in charge of everything. Sir, I remember what you said a few days ago, that we should not leave industries or any other thing parastatals in the hands of the individuals by way of privatization. That the best thing is for government to control all these things for the interest of the citizenry. That was absolute. In Germany here, sir, even the taxis or the buses that ply on the road are owned by government. Government controls everything: housing, transportation, water resources, name it. Government provides for everybody. They use what belongs to them for the interest of the entire populace. But in Nigeria, it is never so. Assuming Nigeria will send delegation to Germany to study their own brand of democracy, come back home and put it into practice, sir, I will bet you, both the Yorubas and the Biafrans will forget the idea of agitation in a day. Are you aware, sir, that in Germany here, if you are working and lose your job, for the time you'll be jobless, government will pay for your house rent, give you money to feed yourself and their family, make sure that everything you do it free of charge until you get another job, and government will even help you to provide another job. Nobody is not having accommodation in Germany unless you don't want. Government provides for all. And that is why the system is there. That is why every German thinks of Germany first. That is why they are highly patriotic. Because government is there for them. But in Nigeria,
because they are United States, not how
good. It is because government at the center provides for them that brings about unity. But where some people are being marginalized, how can people talk of unity? So I appeal to you, sir, to talk to our legislators, the men in government, to come over to Germany, study their own brand of democracy, come back to Nigeria and put it into practice. You will discover that Nigeria will be a different place to live in. Thank you.
Teach our legislators.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the 2 hours you have been with us patiently, giving us the answers to troubling questions. We are indeed appreciative of all their efforts. And we thank you 1,000 times, expressing and extending to you the warm regard of the Igbo people of the Biafrans, especially from Ijele Ndibo, Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike, who made it possible for us to have you here today using this particular platform. We are indeed grateful, appealing, sir, that in time to come, when your services will be needed once again by word of advice, please oblige us anytime we call upon you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your patience, for your understanding. Thank you indeed.
Thank you.
We hold you in highest esteem. May God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir. From the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International, this is Ikenna Obibi Egon, your moderator. All along has been Alhaji Barebe Musa, former governor of Kaduna State, addressing Biafrans, Nigerians, and the world at large in the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International, which has been streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and satellite simultaneously. So we are now at the end of the discussion, and we have to now excuse our guest speaker while we conclude the broadcast for the rest of the day. So, sir, thank you very much and goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Fellow Biafrans, you are welcome once again. We are now through with our guest speaker, a man at the age of 81 and has taken time to answer our questions for 2 consecutive hours without relenting, and his voice sounding like that of a youth is a glory to God. It is because he's a man who calls a spade. He is a man who looks you eyeball to eyeball and tell you the gospel truth. He doesn't want to know where you come from, but he's there to tell you the gospel truth. He was blunt, admitting that if the center fails to admit Biafrans and give them their own share in the polity, Biafra becomes inevitable. He admitted that. He also admitted that if the center does not want to effect changes in the system, anything can happen, and that he cannot guarantee Nigeria surviving the next 10 years if the federal government fails to do something tangible by calling all the lead agitators to a round table and discuss with them to find out their common problems. These are more are what the Honorable Alhaji Barebe Musa has been telling us by way of answering the questions we threw to him. Thank you very much, on and sundry. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, fellow Biafrans, for being with us. We are through with him, and for the rest of the minutes, we are here to discuss on interactive level. You are welcome to the program. Once again, Jude Chijoke, you are there. Sonny Babo, you are there. Valentine Bogoj is there. Uche Druji is still there. Equally, Ume Maslenos. We can now talk freely and talk to fellow Biafrans who are still hooked on to this particular program. Today is Sunday, tomorrow is Monday. We can take then the next 20 to 30 minutes and then round up this particular broadcast. You are welcome. Now, Ume Maslenos, please, you can take over the studio. Are you there, Ume Maslenos?
Yes, my brother, I can thank you.
Okay, now take over the studio, please. I step aside, I will be briefly back.
All right, thank you. It has been indeed a wonderful broadcast today. And fellow Biafrans, I believe we all must have learned one thing or the other from our guest speaker. Today has been Alhaji Balarabe Musa, the former governor of Kaduna State. Now that we are in the interactive section, I think what has been and is still on the matter of discourse still remains the Anambra election, whether to boycott or to come out en masse and vote on the 18th day of November. And I think we still have to, since our brothers and sisters are still listening to us, we use this opportunity to continue advocating for them to come out on that very day to elect any candidate of their choice. And anybody trying to tell you to boycott the election, see or understand that person to be the enemy of the Biafrans, enemy of the Igbos, enemy of your own very self. Because the boycott of the election will not do us any good, rather it will do us more harm.
than good. And it is on this very note we keep hammering on it that we must have to come out on that very day to elect any leader of our choice. There are different people, there are different persons, different individuals who are contesting for the governorship of Anambra State. It mustn't be we know they are not, it mustn't be anyone, or it must, you know the person you want to elect, and it is your duty to come out that day to elect anybody of your choice. And it is on this note I call on my fellow crew members who are online with us to say hello to their friends and give them your words of advice or encouragement on what to do on that very day.
Thank you, my brother. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Hello, I'm hearing you go on.
This is Ohaneze calling from Biafra.
All right.
My good brother, I thank you very much for this very issue because it's the issue that concerns the interests and the future of our people. In the case of Anambra election, we encourage our people on that very good day to go out and mass and vote for the candidate of your choice for the good and finance of democracy in our land. We don't want a situation whereby that the military will take over the governorship of the administration of Anambra State. What we want is just a democracy, because with democracy you can excel. So with democracy, even the common man can say this was a money in the presence of the administration. So the issue is our people should go out and vote in mass the candidate of your choice. We don't have a specific candidate. Whoever you think that can do better, please go out and vote. Ignore all this no election or no law election of a team. It doesn't do us any good. It can't do us any good. It cannot help us. And I want to put it in correction that there have never been any nation who have their referendum by boycotting election. There have never been any country in the history of the world who have their independence by boycotting the election of a modern nation. Please, our people should ignore that brainwash and the propaganda lies of some ignorant people. Please, we need to maintain and sustain in order to retain so that we can help for the betterment of our future. There is nothing like no election, and there is nothing like boycotting of election. Election must hold. We are fighting for Biafra, but we are not to condemn or destroy or destabilize the activities of our mother nation called Nigeria. We are going on a non-violent platform, and through non-violence we shall actualize Biafra. We don't want anything that will jeopardize the future of our people, that will jeopardize the health and the condition of our people before Biafra is actualized. Please, our people should go out and vote for the candidate of your choice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sonny Bobo Emmanuel, for that wonderful contribution. And a word is enough for the wise. It is left for those we are talking to take a decision. And we pray that they take a good decision, because it won't do us any good. It won't do us any good at all, because most of them are now crying that one of the reasons that they won't come out to vote is because when our people were being killed, that the governors, none of them came out to speak. But I tried to ask them one question. You are expecting the governors to come up and speak when our people were being killed. But when you people were towing the path of violence, we were trying to call you to order, and all what you were calling us then, that we are cowards, that we are sellouts, and all what have you. Then, when the consequences of your actions came up, you started looking for whom to blame. Now we have come up again to advise on the best way forward, and you people are trying to show that maybe you know what you don't know. So, my brother, Jude Chidok, I believe you are there. What have you to say to fellow Biafra and Anambra in particular concerning the 18th November election?
Yeah, thank you very much, Ume Marcelinus. I am, indeed happy for the way you were able to bring up the issue of Anambra election, because all along we have been discussing other issues with our guest speaker. Now, to the main discussion, we have emphasized, we have been emphasizing for long, and we still emphasize, and our people have listened. I believe that our people have listened because a lot of people that I was able to, interact on the meeting today, they were all saying this. I love this candidate. I love this other one. I don't like this one. I don't want to mention any particular candidate or any particular party. But from from the little interview and from the voice of people who are definitely going to be in Biafra land, talking of Anambra State during the election, a lot of them have been saying that they will vote this particular person, that if this particular candidate moves to their town or their local government, that their people will never support him or her based on this or that. So I think it is a good thing. It's a good thing. So I'm also trying to, advise the other youths who are still believing that, that they can achieve anything by cutting an election, to desist from such and, key into the election, things and the proper way. Because I believe this is the only way we can get what we want. If we want to get our position, even in Nigeria, if we want our Biafra to be actualized without any violence in a peaceful manner, we have to fully participate in any election. Presently, we have to continue to participate in an election and make sure that we vote our own person in. Because the question is, if we sit at home and pretend as if, let's say we sit at home and we feel we don't want to, go out and vote, how are we going to feel? For other part of the state, with trailer, where just somewhere where one sit to each vote in a particular party. Then at the end, we will sit at our own home, and tomorrow we will hear results. That is definitely another result. Also, or mother not be able to vote. You must definitely hear the result. So it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. So I will continue in wherever to appeal to the youth. Most especially, I'm talking to the youths because I see youths, which we are also part of them, but we are not among the people that we are brainwashed, because we actually know when somebody is lying. When these other groups under the camp came out, we know that these guys are lying. We know that these guys were never sincere. So I thank God that a lot of youths started keening. A lot of people have always down with who to vote, who not to vote. And I said, I love this. Some people said some projects in their particular area were done by so person, that whoever this particular governor brings, that's who they will vote in. Some people say they love this party. Some people say they like the ruling party. Some people say they don't like this particular party, but they love the candidate. I think this is exactly what we should want, because I believe at the end of everything, we are going to vote in, and I'm using this opportunity to call on all the fans. Let's put our heads together and vote in a candidate who is going to support our ideology, who is going to be a governor of Biafrans, not a governor of that is going to be playing politics with our people. Because I hear the cries of people when people are saying that we are not getting our shares in the particular country, where our people is being cheated. Even in your own state, you are not getting what you are supposed to. I think people to work for us due to we are the people that voted them in. But if we allow Abuja or some people somewhere sitting in another particular place to impose a governor on us or bring in a sole administrator, I think we are the people that are going to suffer it most. And believe me, it is the people of Anambra. So it's a message to Anambra people. People should ensure that we tell our youth, our loved ones, even to the villages and every other part of the state, to tell our people to come out on the November 18th and ensure that they cast their vote. Thank you very much, one Minister, for the opportunity to speak. Thank you. Can go on.
Yeah, thank you very much, good treatment. Indeed, we will keep advocating for Anambra election until the election is come and gone. We cannot stop speaking, and I thank you for having been able to make some of the youths to take decision and start discussing the election the way it's supposed to be. And for those that are still ignorant and those that refuse to learn or to understand, I believe before the election day proper, they must have seen one reason or the other for them to have a change of mind and to the path of non-violence and peace, for peace to reign, because there's nothing we can achieve or get through violence. It is Biafra we are talking about. The election is what we make the international community to understand how peaceful people we are. Boycotting the election would do us any good, because some people will continue to use the Catalonia in Spain to as a reference point. We can understand what is actually happening now. There is the tension there now is very high in Catalonia, because it has turned out to be something of they never expected. And that is what will make our people now to see that the Biafra family, indeed, we are pace setters when it comes to agitation for nationhood. We are pace setters, and that is the more reason why our people are supposed to listen to us and obey whatever instruction we give to them concerning the way forward in the Biafran agitation.
And let me continue, please. Let me continue a bit. Honestly, for some days and weeks now, people have been calling and writing, expressing deep gratitude and appreciation to Voice of Biafra International and its crew members. They are saying that if not for Vobi, it would have been a different story, that Radio Biafra London would have messed up the Igbo society completely, the Biafran society. That it is Vobi that has now come to tell them the truth, that if not for Vobi, they would have believed all the lies being peddled by RBL on this Anambra election. But thank God that Vobi came at the right time to put records straight. And even some politicians, I must be candid with you, some of them have been calling, sending messages, thinking of using Vobi to have a kind of a party leaning. I tell them no, that the essence of Vobi is to be a platform for everybody. We don't campaign for any political party or candidate. Though a candidate can say, okay, I want to be part of their program to say something, we allow you because you're a Biafra. But we cannot just organize a program for your party or for you as a person. No. So even when they say we can pay for it, I say, look, if people give me more than a human being, I will eat it. And I will be honest to you, if you give me any money, you cannot will eat it. It's our money. But if you give it to me, you will be losing your deposit. The much I can do to you as an individual, write a story for you in my own timeline, Facebook timeline, my own private world. If that will satisfy you. But for me to use Vobi for it, I tell you, it's not possible. But if you insist and give it to me, I give you a account. If you give it to me, I eat the money. You lose a deposit. It's heavens will not fall. So this is what we are telling our people. We are here. Let us take a caller, please. Hello, our caller online. Your name and where you are calling from. Yeah, we cannot hear you, please. Caller, please speak out. You're not within the service zone. Speak out. Let us get you very well.
Aha m Joseph na-akpọ.
The service is still failing. I don't mean to Joseph Onye.
Joseph Oti,
Okay. Kebis Nabo.
esi m Ụmụahịa na-akpọ.
Okay, ndewo. Ngwagwa ihe baba. You're welcome.
Ihe m kwere na-akpọ ọ bụrụ na ọ dị pọsịbụl isi na anyị nwere nsogbu ebe a. Ọ bụrụ na ọ dị pọsịbụl ka anyị mere indigenous region, anyị ga-anabata ya maka ihe ọgbakọ ego anyị na-awazonali control.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sonny, Baba, you are there. Sonny, are you there? I must be honest with you. Sonny, let me give you this message. Already, I have over the times informed the chief of this particular complaint. For the past 1 week, people have been complaining against the Umaya zonal leader that he is messing up the system. They don't know if he's an agent of the Nigerian government to destabilize the Biafra family. They say that this man has been causing problems, creating division here and there, trying to tell our brothers from Akwa Ibom Cross Rivers as if they are not part of the Biafran society, even when these people have sacrificed much. So they have been complaining. Even people from Owerri do call at odd hours to complain against the activities of this. What's his name again? Somebody, let me get his name, please. FIS Ekwem, yes, FIS Ekwem, that he has been creating problems. People from Owerri call and come, every Biafran calls to complain that this FIS Ekwem is becoming a problem in our Mazop family. Please, Sonny, when you get to Owerri tomorrow, some of you who will be going to meeting tomorrow, get this matter as a topic there. Take it as a topic. Before a problem escalates, let us nip it in the bud. I have already informed the chief. I've also written to him in this regard. But sorry, please take this matter in person to a meeting and table it there. Probably this FIS will be at the meeting. Let him answer some questions on why he is trying to create problem within the peaceful being Mazop family. Thank you very much. Back to you, Umema Slinus.
I've been getting such complaints also that we treat our matters in a fairly way, in a way where we can't see that we are trying to intimidate or frustrate anyone. So, but I thank you for all this evidence, because what you told me now is another evidence, because I don't table issue without an evidence. The case of Ezekwem, I have personally pleaded a lot of his case on myself and settled some of one problem or the other in the issue of Ezekwem. But I have now another opportunity to settle some matters which I have received a lot of complaints. You understand? So, but the issue is that to God be the glory. So I see what I can do on that aspect, and I will go for that to make sure things went well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Back to the moderator, Umema Slinus.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that brief call from our listeners, and I must appreciate. So that's to show you that both the Voice of Biafra International are indeed serving the purpose for which it was established, and that will make me to say more kudos to Matele Igbo, Chief Dr. Raf Motrike, for giving me key in his wisdom to make sure that we have such voice, to get our people are benefiting from it. If not Toby, how will these people have been able to do their matter? So thank God for our able leader, because of the two coming back to the annual election and all manner of confusion that these narrative people are trying to create, and how to continue to live in confusion. Biafra land. But by God's grace, we will never succeed because they've never succeeded before in any of such things. And the another election will not be an exception. So, my brother, Uche, are you still with us online?
Yes, I'm here.
What do you have to tell an Umbrella that apply in my expression the Biafra?
Yeah, yeah, my brother. Before I go on, I would like to ask our brother Lecture Ludense and Sonny Bobo Emmanuel and Valentine, please, can you put your phone on mute, please, so that our listeners will not be encountering the noise on the ground. Regarding the today's topic and our guest speaker, what he have spoken today, I think it is an eye opener to our people wherever they are, and a lesson to be learned about this Anambra election, because this can taught them what they need to know. Because when our guest speaker was speaking about one Nigeria, I asked him, the people who amalgamated Nigeria as one nation, they practice pure democracy. And I give him an example of Scotland and Catalonia. Those people who are given a freedom of speech, a freedom to express their feelings, And you tell me that yes, it is on a non-violent movement, which even United Nations have stated before, I think last year, that then a country agitation they are going to accommodate is the one that is going to come through non-violence. The one that is going to come through non-violent, I must say it again. So for that reason, once our neighbors who are the northerners have even agreed, which is the ex-governor Musa, have agreed with us with our ideology of non-violence that was established since over 18 years now. So they have to understand. So they have to understand that it is only by non-violence that we are going to achieve this dream. Let them understand that we are not in any way asking to fight. What we are going, the weapon we have is our wisdom. The weapon we have is our vote. The weapon we have is if we vote, we protect it. So now, even if I may even advise the IPOB, being myself or being IPOB or even journalists and the other rest of them human rights, I would even acknowledge that once we have realized that Nigerians politicians that may be put in by their godfathers or by our enemies to come to take decision on their behalf, if they cannot represent our interests, I believe it is the right time for we to even go outside and reason and mobilize those who are that is going to represent us, so that we can be able to encounter, so that we can be able to present, so that we can be able to send those that is going to go to Abuja to represent us, those who are going to present things about us. Look at what is happening today in Catalonia. Look at what happened to even Cameroon. So that when these people are there, like Senator Ben, have to tell even Nigerians over there to replace the bite of Biafra, to place it back in the world map. So this is the fearless people who are going to buy our ideology. We need to go outside and agree on something and place these people there to represent us and present some people that's going to speak for that's going to speak for Biafras. So they telling people not to come out to vote. In fact, we find no vacancy at all in Anambra State or in Biafra. It is not in our favor. It is not in Biafran's favor. It is not in Anambra people's favor. So what they have to understand is, even though if they come or they do not come, election is going to be conducted. So they have to come mass and vote and make sure that we place those who are going to speak for Biafrans or in Abuja or in Anambra State, so that Biafrans will not die, so that they are not going to continue to kill or massacre our people. Like what we experienced during the time of Obasanjo, like what we experienced today in the time of Operation Dance and Kill. They said it is Operation Dance and Smile, but what we saw in other states is Operation Dance and Kill. So what we are telling our people is for them to come out in mass and vote, even though that we may not have the chance to out who is going to represent us in the national level. There is more time. We can even decide in 2019. We can even go out and decide on who is going to represent us and make a difference. So this is what I am trying to for Anambra people to understand the importance for election, the importance for them to come and vote in this coming election, the importance for them to come out and support their brother who they think that is going to represent them accurately without even killing them or being against their ideology. I think my able moderator is not connected. I think you are there.
Yeah, I'm listening. It's Marcellus who's in charge now. Okay, Marcellus is in charge, please.
Okay, sir. So what I am trying to let our people to understand is that without their vote, without them coming out to vote, how can the world understand how they feel? I can remember during the time Rochas, who is even squandering our money today with, on a statue that make no sense, contribute nothing.
Yeah, please, let's take a caller, please. Let's take a caller. Hold on. Hello, caller with number 0831 ending. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
You're welcome.
My name is Joseph Ejende.
Ndewo.
So, sir, it's in the
Ọ dị mma.
ana m ekwu maka okwu m nọ na a na-etinye gbasara onye si ka etinye na indigenous leader.
Yes.
Ndị onwe m na-ekwu na ọ bụrụ na eme ụdị ihe dị otu ahụ, ọ ga-ebute nsogbu, na ọ ka mma ka ewepụga onye isi ahụ na-enye nsogbu n'obodo ahụ, wepụ ya tinye n'obodo ọzọ.
Exactly.
Ọ ewu na ebe ndị ọzọ ọ ga-esi okwu ihe ahụ ga-eme n'ebe ndị ọzọ. Ọ bụrụ na ewepụga ya tinye ya ebe ọzọ, ọ ga-emezi ndị ga-enwe ike ịmụta ihe ha adịghị akpa ụdị agwa dị otu ahụ.
Ọ dị mma. Honestly, ọtụtụ ndị ekwuola ihe banyere ha. Ya enwetala series of reports, and they able this report to headquarters Owerri. And right now, Sonny is just online. On this complex, okay, I got to meet in Owerri tomorrow. So here I say everybody should be rest assured that a change must be effected in due course. Because Echezena Udeze is joining us right now from Japan. Udeze, you're welcome to the program. Hello, Udeze. Okay, we have lost him. So that is it, please. That's the caller, please. We have had you. I am Hikru. So I get already go with it, and I get make changes very, very soon. What we are doing is to make sure there is peace within the Beam Mazov family, and that is it all. Thank you very much.
Okay, Ikenna, this is Joe Chijeke.
Yeah, refer to Ube Marcellus. He's not in charge, please. I'm making contribution. Go on, please.
Okay.
Please,
yeah, Ube Marcellus. Please, I would like to. I beg your indulgence, and I would like to make a little bit reference, concerning the issue of this FMS equipment that we've been hearing about. I think I would like, whenever the matter is resolved or probably treated, I think I would like, for us to be informed how the matter was treated, so we can as well, relate it to the air, because we can't just hear a complaint concerning a particular person, then later on they will now be told that the matter has been settled without we knowing if actually these allegations are truth, because I believe Biafrans in worldwide and so Biafrans will also like to know how we are able to resolve our own matters, because I believe the issue of the breakout and the IPOB and all those kind of stuff, which must have started in a similar way. So I think the maturity will come when we resolve this matter and as well air it out. I don't know if Sonny Bobo Emmanuel can understand what I'm saying. I would like, whenever we are able to resolve this matter, we should as well relate it to Biafrans. Masalinus, I don't know if you get my point. Hello, Masalinus, are you there?
Okay, maybe he's not there. Let me, if he's not there, which DG, keep on there. I'm sorry. HS and Udez, are you online with us? Sonny Baba, are you there? Valentine God is still there. Because we have 5 more minutes to round up the program. 5 more minutes and we are done, please.
You cannot check if you must have moved.
Yes, I think I have lost some of them. Only Valentine, of course, Valentine God is online. Sonny Baba is online. UTD is there.
No, check if you moved the Facebook.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now go on, please. Thank you, Jude, for that. Because there was noise, that's why I muted it. There was noise from that angle, I muted it, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Jude.
I noticed it. Thank you.
Yeah, so gentlemen, who's there? Valentine, Sonny, Uche, and Echezno, So.
Yeah, Echezno, please, can you go on now? You can.
Hello?
Yeah, Udeze, please, and you are along with you, can address us. We just finished our interview with Alhaji Barede Musa, Kaduna State former governor. So, we are now having an interactive session.
Okay, that's good. Thank God for that. So, according to what I hear now about the issue in where it's from, that's why I want to keep something in. What do I believe? You don't need any distraction or any mistake. We have made a lot of mistakes in the past, and that has been dragging us back, destroying the trust. I think that in the case of that man, whether it is true or it is lie, whether the allegation is true or false, the leadership of myself and him should look into that matter very well. And if I should suggest, this is the kind of issue they suspend that such person for that very moment in order not to make further mistakes. Then at the end of the issue, if the person is innocent, we can carry on with the person and there will be apology from the board of director of him and myself. The person also, in order not to make mistakes. And this should be emergency. Because sometimes we are saying tomorrow or next month, when we spoil more things, damage more things. In that very case, we should be extra careful. Because anybody who is not with us is against us. Anybody who is with us is not against us. So we have to be extra careful in that very particular issue. Because we are trying to bring people in, and someone is trying to drag out the people out inside out. That will be a very big blow on this struggle. We are now trying to mobilize people to bring people, because the the importance of this region today, where people who can lay their complaint, where people can say their mind, not because of voting. This kind of issue literally destroy us. But since it has come up, you have to be careful. And the way you do this is intervene in our next move and our next step. But there are other people,
Please, people should check their background. There's much noise coming from somewhere. We cannot tolerate it.
It's from Sonny Bobo Emmanuel. Please, can you mute your please, Sonny?
Okay, go on, please, Udeze. Yeah.
If there is any people to suspend or to punish in doing this such mistake, it should be the leaders. For other people to learn, for other followers to learn that this is the standard of being Mazon. This is the quality of being Mazon. Because in the case whereby you overlook what the leader do or what somebody in the hierarchy do, that is other people can do whatever they like. So have to be careful about that. Should not look at anybody's face while dealing with people who are doing it wrong. Let me cut to an election issue. In our, I don't, yesterday we have our program, because I told you last weekend that the guys they come up yesterday, that program came up yesterday. So, which I will tell you that we really achieved a lot of things.
That's good.
Yesterday, as we achieved a lot of things, there is a great joy and happiness yesterday. Everybody was celebrating before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting. Because there is a heavy regression, there is a heavy celebration yesterday. A lot of them came yesterday and saw what they don't expect to see. Because this was the issue of no election and around. So, this is what I am telling people to start doing wherever you are now. I've said that blessed are those who bring unity among others. This is what we should start doing now. Bringing our people together wherever you are. If there is anybody, any people that is having problem, bring them together and make peace with them. Yesterday was a very clean and wonderful day for we people here in Osaka, Japan. Because before the meeting, some people came and they were shouting, "Hey, brother, I'm not this is in the years, above 6 years, above 9 years. Also, you guys in Japan." That is a joy. There's a lot of joy yesterday. And this is what we expect. All corners of God. Even in our own plan, in our own country. So in the issue of no election, some people still disagree because they don't understand. You can get people the implication outcome of no election in Anambra State. But people have been able to understand that the statement election is like we the Anambra Biafra giving not our enemy to destroy it. Expect them. I will tell you about this election issue. And the first part of it is that this state doesn't election that are deeply confused. Some are saying there will be no election, some are saying boycott the election, some are saying if you come out to vote, you will die. And now nobody knows exactly what they mean by the content of election or by content by saying election. So whether they will be the INEC that will take of the election that has gained the election. That proves that it is not so INEC has the right to say there is the election. No other country has the right. They are only the people who have the right to say there is no election. Right? take our people from what they don't know. Yesterday, I learned that two of us starting to electric those as about no understanding, starting to boycott the election to the meaning. But and I know one of our brother yesterday told them that boycott of election was simply fighting our enemy in our land. It didn't just the north. And the story was anything. So I thought yesterday, meeting, we achieved the Lord, also they make our people to reconcile. We decided a lot of also yesterday, and we are moving forward. Thank you for God. That is how.
Thank you very much, HS and Ohaneze from Japan, for addressing us. We really appreciate your contribution. We know it's very early in the morning over there, yet you are awake to be with us. We really regret that you are not here with us earlier on when the former governor of Kaduna State, took time out to be with us 2 good hours, and he answered our questions very, very well. So, fellow compatriots, I must say that we have indeed come to the end of the program. We have exhausted 3 good hours and we cannot continue. Our next broadcast should be on Tuesday. Of course, we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No, not Thursday, please. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday again. I have been instructed by Chief Dr. Wazirike that we should be using Sundays for interviews and weekdays for interactive section, random matters that concern Biafra and Nigeria generally. So we have taken that instruction that every Sunday we shall have interview, we shall be having guest speakers, but weekdays, random topics, random matters that concern Biafra and Nigeria. Thank you very much for being with us once again from wherever you are, for being part of the program. We thank you 1,000 times. And we have to say by word of reminder to our brother Echis and Ohaneze, honestly, over the week, there were a series of complaints against this particular SFM in Umahia, who is the zonal leader. People have been calling, even from Owerri, complaining something. On 2 times, I have complained to Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike, and this morning again, I sent a written message on Sunday because throughout last night, 5 persons called to lay the same complaint, and we cannot leave that matter lying low. So that's the situation of things for now. Thank you all for being with us in this particular wonderful program. We keep on informing, entertaining, enlightening our people. This is what Bobby is all about. And like somebody said, we must not relent on Anambra election until after the 18th. That is it, and we must do it. Already, election has been concluded. We are waiting for the result. Those who are saying election boycott have failed, and they will keep on failing. Don't be surprised. The next thing they will say is there will be no Christmas because Christmas is a fetish celebration. Watch out. They are likely to say that. We are waiting for them until the hour. Thank you once again for being with us, and may God bless you and bless you abundantly. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I want to say something anyway. Hello?
Yeah, go on, please. Go on.
Go on.
Please, it's about this issue of where I want to keep it today again. But I've been saying this. Most people in this struggle are not with